Welcome to the bold analysis, ladies and gentlemen. And I want to start by saying thank you to some few members of this channel. They're calling themselves Adopt a Polling Station Team. And they have been in a position to facilitate, I think, close to 28 people who are traveling up country to go and vote. Asanteni sana, they catered for their transport, and today I oversaw that, and I just want to say that safe journey masses to that team and everyone else that is adopting his polling station. If you know someone unaweza naye up country, saizi transport is becoming an issue, you can carry someone in your private car na umpeleke aende apige kura bana. Now, one of the most underrated factors in this election is Uhuru Kenyatta's input. This was treated to be just a mere fact by one statement when Uhuru was told that you only have one vote. The statement Uhuru you only have one vote was strategically told to the Kenyan voter so that they can dismiss any other inroad or any other political message that President Uhuru Kenyatta might have in this election. And this is a factor that you might have realized, that as people go towards this election, just a day towards this election, it is now proving that the influence of the president was underrated. Yesterday on 6th August, when Raila Odinga was camping in Kasarani, President Uhuru Kenyatta campaigned in Nyeri and Murang'a respectively, where after launching Moi Kibaki Hospital and also some projects that were launched in Mount Kenya, and he came out to tell the Mount Kenya voters to rally behind Raila Odinga. The president also took that opportunity to explain on the fallout, and I can just pick up one statement that came from him, that don't talk to me about a political debt. My deal with Deputy President was to bring development to the people, and it was about the Kenyan people, but not a personal debt. I don't owe William Ruto anything. Now, until the last rally, the Kenya Kwanza team, the last rally that they held in Nyayo and Kiambu, the Kenya Kwanza team was still attacking the president. And that shows you the kind of bitterness that I want to say was invested. I don't think it's much of a political bitterness or the fallout of this and that. I think, to me, the Kenya Kwanza team seems to have realized that there is a baton that the president have in this election. Uhuru, today, the 7th, information came out that he was going to have influence, or rather he was going to have an interview in vernacular Kikuyu radio stations and Inoro and Kameme, the TV stations. Irungu Kangata, the UDA governor candidate in Murang'a, and Kimani Mujiri, the Bahati MP aspirant from Nakuru, came out guns blazing, criticizing the president that he's campaigning outside the stipulated campaign period by IBC, because according to them, the president was talking to the gamer community in his capacity as the chairman of Azimio la Umoja. But to the poster that I see, I think the tone, or rather what was created, was that the president was going to bid bye to the voters of Mount Kenya. And that was a very special meeting. But of course, you can't buy to the idea that the president was going to campaign. So the most question that emerged in the wake of that criticism was, if the president only had one vote, why is someone feeling uncomfortable with President Uhuru Kenyatta in Mount Kenya? I want to play for you a clip 2 days ago. That is Sabina Chege and I think Jong Sherwa Nyeri They were in some part of Mount Kenya and commissioning some projects, and they spoke passionately about how they worked very hard to make sure that Raila was accommodated in Mount Kenya. The country is waiting on the percentage that Raila Odinga is going to get in Mount Kenya. I want to play for you that clip by Sabina Chege. Then after that, I will try to look at it holistically. Why is it that the influence of president, even though it was underestimated, but it's what has been causing panic on Raila Odinga's competitors?
Lima tu hata katika nchi ya Kenya, kila siku tunakuwa tukiwa na wafuasi wengi ambao wanaingia katika Azimio la Umoja. Wajua wale wapinzani wetu walikuwa na miaka 9 ya kufanya kampeni. Sisi yule ambaye ni kiongozi wetu, kinara wetu Raila Amolo Odinga, miezi 6 tu ndio alisema atasimama hiki kiti. Tena kabla achague candidate ule deputy wake, deputy amekuwa deputy sijui miezi 2 tu. Lakini tumeona Mungu amekuwa katika saidi yetu ama upande wetu, kwa sababu sisi ni wanyenyekevu, sisi tunaambia Wakenya ukweli, na sisi tunapeana manifesto yetu. Hatuna makasiriko na mtu, hatutaki kuanza kusema nani hakufanya nani alifanya. Sisi tunataka kuambia Wakenya, kama umepewa nafasi ya serikali ambapo wewe hutaitishwa school fees ya primary, secondary na university, ungetaka nini ingine? Wewe kuwa Mkenya, ukisikia kutai babake ambapo tuangalia hali yako ya afya, kama wewe hujiwezi, unaenda kwenye hospitali na umepata matibabu ambayo inafaa, unapata dawa. Hiyo ndio serikali tunataka. Ile serikali inasema wewe ambao wewe ni mchuuzi, tutakuwa na mpango wako pale, unaweza pata hata ile pesa itakusaidia uanze kujinua na upata ile interest ambayo ni kidogo sana. Unataka nini ingine? Na pia tumesema kwa vijana tunataka kufanya every constituency kuwe na digital hub ambapo unaweza fanya kazi online. Unapata kutoka shilingi 60,000 kwenda hata 100 ama 200 kulingana na vile utakuwa na ujuzi ule utasoma. Vijana mngetaka nini ingine? Hao wengine hawana kitu, ni matusi tu, makasiriko. Nani alifanya, nani hakufanya? Sisi tunawatakia mema na tunawaambia kwanza tulieni, mkipunguza makasiriko siku yanyu utafika. Hii ni wakati ambapo Mungu amefungulia Raila Amolo Odinga na Mama Martha Wangari Karua.
Why do you think they went after the president? Ladies and gentlemen, kindly subscribe to our channel. Click the notification bell. The notification bell is just above the subscription button, and also share our videos so that we can reach as many audience as possible. We are still continuing with Sarah Atieno's medical bill campaign. One of our subscribers here, Sarah, has been suffering acute leukemia. She's locked up in Kenyatta Hospital with a bill of 1 million after she underwent through the chemo sessions. She's been in the hospital now since March, that is like 5 months, and the bill inflated to 1 million. So we started a fundraiser here. It is just support Sarah, they're targeting 1 million. We are halfway the target as of this evening. I think we are 511,000 so far, and we continue to implore on members of this channel to turn up and at least donate 50 shillings. If 20,000 of us can do that, we'll be in a position to write for Sarah 1 million check, courtesy of Team Bold. It is through my number 0710 62 78 89, and my name is Kevin Oduor Olo. You can also reach out to Sarah directly. Her number is 0716 357 360. Sarah Atieno Onyango. President Uhuru Kenyatta is reaching out to an audience that he did not address in the campaign. And this audience that perhaps that he did not reach out for, one, there are members of Mount Kenya who live outside the Mount Kenya counties. These are the Mount Kenya leaders or residents in Mombasa, in Kisumu, in Eldoret, in Nairobi. And one of the most contentious issues that has come in this election is the safety of these members of the community. So with the president coming over as the custodian of peace and playing this critical role, he is indirectly going to support Raila Odinga. Now, the voice of the president, remember, president has never gone to Mount Kenya East, and if he has gone, it's less than 3 times, if you can challenge me on that. These are the counties of Embu, Tharaka Nithi, Meru, yes, Tharaka Nithi, Meru, and those counties. So the Mount Kenya East, there are some parts that even though Raila and Martha Karua campaigned there, but that was not still enough. That is an audience that Uhuru Kenyatta is going to support, to make sure that reaches out to. I want to say something, that election on Tuesday is a succession, also Mount Kenya succession. And Uhuru Kenyatta, if you follow his previous messages in campaigns, even when he was campaigning for Raila both in Kisii, Kisumu and Mombasa, he has a special pitch on Martha Karua. So one of Uhuru's last events, especially even this interview that is to be held, this interview by Kikuyu stations, is to make Karua pitch against Rigathi Gachagua. Yesterday I was in, I came through Kitengela, I came to town, passed through Nyayo, then went to Kasarani. I pointed two posters, two billboards. There is one in, I think, Mombasa Road, upper past TM, past the Standard. It's a billboard of Martha Karua alone, and it said, make it happen. That billboard is simply telling the Kenyan voter to vote in Martha Wangari Karua as the first female woman deputy president. Then around Kasarani at the end, as people went there was also another billboard written there, daughter of the mountain. That is also making it, and you know it's placed there strategic, targeting the Mount Kenya people who are moving out of Nairobi. Of course, that route is heading to Mount Kenya counties. So it's also strategically there trying to pitch for Martha Karua. This shows me that there has been a coordinated effort and a strategy to make a Martha Karua pitch, not as a woman deputy president, but as also the person that will succeed President Uhuru Kenyatta. So these last efforts by President Uhuru Kenyatta points out to a succession question. And so people who might vote on the succession consciousness will most likely have a soft spot for Martha Karua. Raila is also getting a perceptual win. This is equally very important because I was in Kasarani, the mood is, and when you talk to people around, you will hear people saying that we want to come back here for the swearing in. And Raila Odinga's supporters are so eager and are really yearning for that swearing in. I think I've received a couple of many calls, people asking, are we going to swear in Raila? Not even, are we going to win? Is Azimio going to win? But then, is it the question of swearing in Raila? So that perception on win is good because it already motivates and creates the anxiety in the mind of the voter. So for the first time, Uhuru talking to the gamer community, even if it is through the media, that look here, we are going to support Raila Odinga. That to me has an element of finality, and of course it turns out, because even William Ruto might then revert, talk to his community through the Kalenjin stations. Raila might then head to Ramogi and the Luo stations. So this would be a strategy. Then it's a retreat back home, and let's have one for ourselves and have a discussion. So that is something that can be seen. But there is also a boost for Jubilee candidates against the UDA candidate opponents, because maybe the campaigns have been closed. Uhuru Kenyatta's message is one that people around deputy president do not mean well for the mountain. And the reason why, how this can work out, is a venom that was sold there, and that venom was sold through the BBI. That Uhuru was going to use the BBI to continue working, and of course there is a general narrative that Mount Kenya lost big time in that BBI initiative. So these are things that are going to play out there. But what still makes me not understand, I really fail to understand, is why people have a problem with it. Guys, that's my bold analysis, and thank you for watching.